The Phillies are red hot right now. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Hot Stove Videocast, and today we're going to be recapping last night's game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets as the Phillies defeated the Mets by a final score of 5-3 as they win the first game of the four-game series in Queens. As they take down the Mets, Jake Arrieta, 7 strong innings, 7 strikeouts. Now, guys, before we get into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. Awesome, man. The Phillies are red hot right now. They've won 10 of their last 11 games. That is the first time since 2011 since that has happened. And obviously, the last time we finished over 500 was 2011. As our record improves to 19-15, we are 4 games over 500, and we only sit 2 games back of the NL East lead, as the Atlanta Braves obviously do have a 2-game lead over us. We have the same amount of losses this year. We have 15, and the Braves have 15. Obviously, they've played more games than us. But all in all, guys, great performance out of the Phils last night. As I said, Jake Arrieta, 7 strong innings, 7 strikeouts. And if you really want to look at this nice run that we've been on, look at our starting pitching. Look what it's been able to do. I mean, it's been great. Wheels has picked it up. Obviously, Aaron's been great. And even, Jake last night. I know he had that horrible outing against the Atlanta Braves at home in that final game of the series. Remember the ESPN game where we lost, what was it, like 12-10 or something like that. We always came back from huge deficit. But obviously if you exclude that, and Eflin's been decent. So our starting pitching has been very, very good during this run. And I think that's a huge part, obviously. And the offense has really, really picked it up. And the thing I love about this, and obviously I'm not happy that Bryce Harper's cooled off. I'm not happy about that at all. But I am happy about this one thing, and this one thing I'm about to say is a huge positive. That the Phillies are able to go on this run without massive production from Bryce Harper. They're getting production out of, Rhys Hoskins, Didi Gregorius, Andrew McCutchen has turned it on. We're getting production out of the guys. JT's cooled off too. I mean, so his average drops to 252, ladies and gentlemen. JT Realmuto, his batting average has dropped to 252, which is really disappointing. Obviously, Harper's hits at 276, but the point I'm trying to make is we're getting production out of other guys, and I think that's something I talked about with Ted when he came on 2 days ago, and we talked about getting production out of other guys in our lineup, and that's what we're seeing right now as the Phillies are on this nice little run here. And obviously, Bryce Harper, speaking of Bryce Harper, got the night off last night. Joe Girardi decided to sit him, and I understand that decision. I mean, he's been grinding. He's been grinding. He, obviously got the day off, I believe, in Buffalo that one time. One of those 2 games. I think it was the second game against Buffalo. Remember that? We got swept out of a doubleheader against the Toronto Blue Jays. He got to sit that game. So that's the second time that he sat this year. Didn't even get a pinch hitting appearance. I respect Girardi's decision. I understand Girardi's decision, and I agree with Girardi's decision not to play Bryce Harper last night. He's been looking sluggish, man. He's not been playing good baseball. He's been striking out a lot. I looked at Fangraphs yesterday. His strikeout rate is a lot lower than it was last year. His WAR is significantly lower than it was last year, but he's hitting the ball hard. He's still getting on base. He's getting on base a lot. His on base percentage is really good this year. He's getting a good amount of walks, but I'm just hoping that he could start hitting again and start hitting some power. He hasn't hit a run in a little while. So obviously JT, we'll talk about him a little bit later. So let's take a look at this scoring summary in the top of the second inning. Jay Bruce singles on a line drive to center field. Gene Segura scores, and it is now 1-0 Phillies. It was kind of a jam shot. Rick Porcello was on the mound for the Mets last night, but Bruce was able to fight it off in the center field. I wouldn't say it was a jam shot, but it was definitely inside. And then the top of the third inning, Didi Gregorius lines out into a forced out to Michael Conforto, and Andrew McCutchen scores. And it is now 2-0 Phillies. And then in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Mets tie it up as Michael Conforto hits a 2-run home run on a fly ball to left center field that scores Andres Gimenez as well. And it's now a 2-2 ball game. Arrieta made a mistake. It's pretty much his only big mistake he made last night. Other than that, he was very, very good, I have to say. not a huge Arrieta guy. I think you guys know that, but I have to give him credit. He was very, very good last night. Then in the top of the 7th inning, Roman Quinn singles on a ground ball to center field. It deflected off of the shortstop Andres Jimenez, and Phil Gosselin, who doubled earlier, came around to score. And it is now a 3-2 ball game. Then in the top of the 8th inning, Gene Segura singles on a ground ball to third base, and it was a low throw that bounced, and Dom Smith was playing first base, and Rhys Hoskins was able to come around to score, and it is now a 4-2 Phillies lead. So the Phillies, it went down as an infield single, and it should have, because J.D. Davis, I mean, he made a good effort, but Gene Segura is going to beat that ball anyway. I mean, they shouldn't have hit J.D. Davis with the error there, and they didn't. So, and then Adam Hazley was hit by a pitch, and Didi Gregorius came around to score, and it's now 5-2 after obviously the bases were loaded. And at first they didn't say it hit him, they didn't, and then the Girardi challenged it, and they did in fact confirm that it did hit him. And it's now a 5-2 ball game. Then we bring in Hector Neris. Walks Brandon Nimmo. Oh my goodness gracious! Lead off the inning. First of all, what was going on with Brandon Nimmo? Like throwing his bat, like running full speed to first base. I was so like, what in the world was that? Did you guys see that? Like he just ran like full speed. Like what is he doing? Like what the heck? I mean, that was just the weirdest thing. I just have to point that out. That is the weirdest thing I think I've ever seen. Brandon Nimmo was able to score on the Dom Smith line drive, single to right field, and it is now a 5-3 ball game. So Dom Smith continues to hurt the Phillies, gets that RBI single that scores Nimmo, and the Phillies are going to win by that score, 5-3 your final score as we win the first game in Queens. Let's take a look at the box score. Andrew McCutchen, 1 for 5, 1 run scored, 3 strikeouts. Rhys Hoskins, 1 for 4, 1 run scored, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He's still swinging a pretty good bat. Didi Gregorius, 1 for 5, 1 run scored, 1 RBI. JT Muto, 0 for 4 last night. JT Muto has been ice cold. We're going to talk about him now. Average drops to 252. In his last 7 games, he's batting 130. In his last 15, he's batting 222. JT has definitely cooled off. And a lot of our players on our team are very, very streaky hitters. JT's a streaky hitter. Bryce Harper, obviously a big streaky hitter. Rhys Hoskins, we know he's a streaky hitter. And right now, Hoskins is on a high right now. I mean, he's really, really producing at a high level. And obviously, JT and Bryce are on lows right now. So, it fluctuates. It goes up and down. I guarantee you Hoskins will get cold and Harper will get hot, and it'll go vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So, and JT will get hot. So, disappointed that JT's struggling, but hopefully he could pick it up like Harper. Gene Segura, 1 for 3, 1 1 run scored, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Obviously beat out that infield single. It was a bad throw by J.D. Davis, but he, as I said, Segura was able to beat that out anyway, so that's why I didn't hit him with the air, and they shouldn't have. Jay Bruce got the DH last night, 1 for 3, 1 RBI, 1 walk. Obviously he was able to get that RBI single. Obviously it's nice to have him off the IL, right? I mean, he was able to drive in that RBI single for us last night. Alec Boehm 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts, rough night for Alec Boehm. Phil Gosselin got the start in right field last night, goes 1 for 2, run scored, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Well, Adam Hazley came off the bench to pinch hit. Obviously he was hit by that pitch, but why in the world was he not playing last night? Why in the world was he not starting? Who made that point? Alex Carr, and I completely agree. Why was he not starting last night? I mean, there's literally no excuse. And something tells me that there's something going on we don't know about, whether that's an injury or something they just do not want us to know about. But it's very, very weird, very, very weird that he's not getting as much playing time. There's something, he's banged up or something. It has to be that. So he was able to obviously get an RBI after being hit by a pitch. And then Roman Quinn went 1 for 4 last night, 1 RBI, 2 strikeouts. So that's your box score. And then Jake Arrieta, 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout, 1 home run allowed. Very, very good. I guess the win in this one now, 3-4 in the year. A lot better than his last start. His last start he looked awful, but still not worth the money we're paying him. But nevertheless, at least we went out there and pitched decent for us, right? So he gets the win. Hector Neris, a third of an inning, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He was awful. He's awful. I don't know what's wrong with him. His struggles continue, loading a lot of runners on base. His struggles with his command, man. His command can be way off sometimes. Tommy Hunter, 2/3 of an inning. He comes in and gets the job done for Neris and doesn't allow any more runs to score that inning, thank God. Then we have Brandon Workman coming in, pitching a nice clean inning, 1 strikeout, and he gets the save. his 9th of the season. And that's your ball game. 5-3 your final score. The Phillies win. Let's go. Let's go. Bryce Harper said it. He said we need to go on a run. And that's what the Phillies did, right? That's what the Phillies did. Now, there's some news. I completely forgot to talk about in my last 2 videos. I believe it was a few days ago. Legendary pitcher Tom Seaver passed away at the age 75 due to dementia. And it's awful, man. I mean, my deepest condolences go out to his family during this difficult time. And obviously played with the Mets and the Reds. If you guys don't know, if I had to choose if I had a team that had like a special place in my heart other than the Phillies, it'd probably be the Reds because I have family from Ohio. My dad's side of the family. My dad grew up a Reds fan. He moved in the Philly area when he was 13 years old. So my grandparents are big time Reds fans. So the Reds do have a special place in my heart for sure. And obviously Tom Seaver was a Red. Obviously he had most of his success with the Mets, but. Yeah, man. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. One of the best pitchers in the game, and he was a workhorse through a lot of pitches. I believe he averaged per start. I think he averaged 130 some pitches, something crazy like that. I don't know the exact number. It just goes to show how much the game has changed. Yeah, man. My deepest condolences go out to his family during this difficult time. He was a legend for sure. And it's a shame, man. It's really, really a shame. It's just part of life, so people come and go. Another thing, let's go Flyers. Game 7 tonight. I'll be looking at that a little bit. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of any other Philly sports except for the Phillies, but I will look at this one. Obviously, I support all the other teams. Don't really look at the Eagles or the Sixers, but I will look at the Flyers. Because they're obviously in the playoffs and playing Game 7 tonight against the New York Islanders. So let's go Flyers. The Phillies fan, let's go Flyers. I'm going to support the Flyers, so go out there and win Game 7. From the Phillies to the Flyers, let's go Flyers. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Phillies win, man. They're on a roll right now, and we need to keep this up. We need Bryce Harper to heat up. We need JT to heat up. 7:10 the first pitch tonight. Spencer Howard on the mound, 1-1 with a 5.40 ERA, going against Seth Lugo. He is 1-2 with a 2.12 ERA. I don't know if the Mets are trying to do an opener because Seth Lugo is not a starting pitcher, so I don't know what the heck that's all about. Obviously, he's in their bullpen. I guess they're trying to do an opener. Typical young manager in Luis Rojas of the Mets, trying to do something like a Gabe Kapler type move or something. I don't know. Kind of strange if you want my opinion, but nevertheless, not a Mets fan. I don't have to worry about that. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Please check out the social media link in the description section at Phillies Hot Stove Instagram, at Heart Fanatics Instagram. Call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, philliesoddsstove@gmail.com. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Luke, and I will talk to you all later. 7:10 the first pitch. Seth Lugo versus Spencer Howard. I'll talk to you later. Let's go Phillies and let's go Flyers. See you guys.